thing that happened in January, the Afcon, the African Cup of Nations. So the final, I don't know if you remember, Ellie, because we did quite a bit of this. Now, Senegal won the game 1-0. So this was the final. They played Morocco. There was huge controversy throughout the whole game. Now, Senegal felt that the referee was going against them because the game was played in Morocco, and they just felt as if things weren't, there's some strange decisions. Now, it went right down to the wire, right at the end of the game. Senegal score a goal, and it's disallowed. And it's like, well, we can't see the problem with that. Then, straight after that, Morocco get a controversial penalty in injury time right at the end of the game. So the Senegal coach, Papa Thiaw, says to the team, everybody off, we're walking off. We're not having any of this. Nobody's seen anything like this. 17 minutes they were off the pitch for, and then it was decided, you know what, OK, we'll go out and play. Morocco, they get their penalty, miss the penalty. Bad penalty, and so it goes to extra time, and then Senegal win the final. They win it in extra time. Lots of celebrations. So then Morocco complained about it, and it has gone to Afcon, and they have now decided, 2 months on, that Morocco are now the winners of the 2025 African Cup of Nations because Senegal defaulted by walking off the pitch for 17 minutes. Wow. So with all the celebrations, the bus tours, everything, it's all out the window. So now there's going to be a situation, they've got to send the cup back, they've got to send the medals back, and now Morocco are the champions, and they win it by default, and it will be written down in the books as a 3-0 win to Morocco. How about that?
Wow.
Isn't that mad?
What a story.
It's absolutely crazy.
That's tantamount to war, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I was Morocco, I'd watch out.
You know what? There's a lot of upset around this, and so now Senegal are going to appeal, of course.
Of course they are.
It's a game of football, but they shouldn't have walked off in the first place. It should have been a war.
Programme now at home. Whether you follow England, Wales, Scotland, imagine you've won the Euros or you won a World Cup, and 2 months later you're told actually no. And imagine the celebrations that we'd see here at Trafalgar Square, and then 2 months later, it was just unbelievable. Jamie, as a player, the players have walked off. They didn't like the decision.
No.
They've had a goal disallowed, then they've had a penalty given, so they've walked off the pitch. As a professional footballer, what's your perspective on that decision to walk off the pitch?
I didn't agree with them walking off the pitch. I get that there was uproar, and it was 2 shocking decisions from the referee, but you can't walk off the pitch. You know, you've got to stay professional. And I was disappointed in the way they acted. But, you know, obviously then they've come and managed to get them back, and they've played the game out and ended up winning. So, no, first of all, if I was playing for Morocco, I'd be absolutely fuming because, you know, you're off for 10 minutes, over 10 minutes of a game. That changes the whole That changes everything. All right, they've got the penalty to win it, but they miss it. And then you've got to go to extra time. Everything changes, you know, because you're not flowing, the game's changed in terms of fitness levels, the rest, where you've stopped. You've got to get yourself going again. And, you know, look, Morocco struggled, and obviously Senegal won it. Senegal will see it as, you know, an amazing moment for them. They've celebrated, as a player, they've celebrated the win. If I was in that dressing room, I've had the moment of winning. I've had the moment of lifting the trophy. I've had the moment of having the medal. I've had the moment of going back to Senegal and being a hero on an open-top bus parade. I have won the Afcon. Like that in your head, like, you will feel like you've won it. They can take it away from them, right, and say, no, actually, we're going to give it to Morocco. But Morocco, the Moroccan players, they haven't felt that win. They haven't felt that moment. And that is what football is. That is what it's about. So, in my mind...
It's a lot of people. And I just feel that the optics has not been very good since the verdict came out, you know, in terms of... I'm not going to speak on the legality or the technicality of the game. I think the presenter that did the earlier presentation did a very thorough job regarding some of the technicalities, the legality of it. But I just feel very bad that the leadership of CAF is being questioned, you know, and that knowing fully well that the leadership is truly and really committed to building football in Africa beyond the comprehension of everybody. Now, I can say this, when I hear about, you know, the appeals board, the disciplinary board taking decisions or otherwise, you know, it should be clear to everyone that the disciplinary board and the appeals board were elected on the floor of the Congress. The Congress is the highest decision-making body of CAF. They were elected and is an independent, they are all independent. And besides, before the election, they do what's called an integrity, eligibility, and security checks on them. After going through that scrutiny, they bring them down to the, and where they were elected to serve for a certain tenure. They were not appointed by CAF leadership or nor the CAF Executive Committee. So they take actions and they also take responsibility for the actions. And we have a president, Patrice Motsepe, who does not believe in what I would call military democracy or independent military democracy, so to speak. He believes the independence of the commission and that they should be allowed to do their job. He doesn't want to call them because he believes if they stray, they will not be re-elected. Come the end of their tenure and they'll be sanctioned. So I feel very bad for a man that came into CAF in 2021. From then, look at the price for even winning the Afcon from 5 million to 7. In Cameroon, that was the first time CAF could earn money, 70 million, that grew to 90 million in Cote d'Ivoire, and now in Morocco, 190 million as profit. This is a argument to be in CAF. So I feel very bad. Like I said, it's a very sensitive issue. One of my best players, any day, anytime, is Sadio Mane, and Sadio knows that.